Welcome back to Scotty Movies. Sound. It's the unsung hero of movie making. The thing that tells us where we are, how to feel, and sometimes whether to duck or scream. And in '88, it wasn't just about the music. It was about the roar of helicopters, the rustle of trees in the Congo, the sound of a child's toy coming to life. This is the best sound category. And you may hear some sound in the background, which is appropriate for this particular video. I have a child playing in the background. The nominees for this award in alphabetical order are Bird. Clint Eastwood's Charlie Parker biopic is soaked in jazz, chaotic, heartbreaking, improvisational jazz. The sound design doesn't just recreate Parker's music, it immerses us in it. Nightclubs echo with ghosts, horns cry out like a confession. Child's Play. You think it's just a slasher movie until you realize how much of the terror is sound. The clink of plastic footsteps, the hiss of Chucky's voice, the way the silence builds before the chaos starts. It's pure sonic tension. Colors. Dennis Hopper's LA crime drama pulses with sirens, gunfire, and the thrum of West Coast hip hop. But what stands out is how real it sounds. No gloss, no stylization, just a city breathing danger from every alley. Die Hard. Come on, of course. The Nakatomi building is basically a character, and every gunshot, explosion, and panicked walkie-talkie exchange matters. The sound isn't just loud, it's precise, immersive, iconic, and you feel the stakes. Frantic. Roman Polanski's paranoid thriller thrives on unease, and its sound design reflects that. The distant traffic of Paris, the hiss of a radio that shouldn't be on. It's not just atmosphere, it's anxiety, engineered. Gorillas in the Mist. You hear the jungle before you see it. Leaves crackle, gorillas grunt and communicate, and Sigourney Weaver moves through it all like a translator between two worlds. The sound bridges science and nature with quiet majesty. The Last Temptation of Christ. This isn't your Sunday school soundtrack. The film uses silence, whispers, wind, and the distant moans of a suffering world to create something mythic and intimate all at once. Every sound is weighted, sacred, unnerving. Midnight Run. A buddy comedy with a surprisingly sharp audio palette. The sound here isn't flashy, it's textured. Train stations, cars, diners, punchlines delivered over highway noise. The sound keeps pace with the movie's restless energy. Mississippi Burning. Rural silence, shattering violence, the soundtrack of systemic terror. The sound here does something subtle. It doesn't let you escape. You feel the tension in every boot step, every overhead conversation, every window shattered in the night. Oliver and Company. Disney's New York City musical is a sound designer's playground. Talking animals, car chases, Billy Joel singing Why Should I Worry? The soundscape is fun, chaotic, and filled with a bustling, cartoony version of 1980s Manhattan. Sunset. Old Hollywood meets murder mystery, and the sound design helps sell the illusion. Whether it's cowboy shootouts or noirish violence, the sound mixes the real and the mythic in a smooth, stylized blend. Talk radio. Sound is the movie. Barry Champlain's voice booms, whispers, cracks, and the calls bleed in like intrusions on his psyche. The film weaponizes feedback, static, and silence. This is what claustrophobia sounds like. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? A sonic high-wire act. Tunes bounce, stretch, scream, and crash, all perfectly synced with the real world. Every effect had to be invented, matched, and sold. And somehow it works. You believe the cartoon anvil landed on real pavement. Willow. Fantasy lives or dies by how it sounds. Willow brings the clang of swords, the roar of dragons, and the magic in the air. Industrial Light and Magic handled the visuals, but the sound is what makes the spells feel real. Young Guns. Gritty, gunshot-laced westerns were out of fashion in '88, but Young Guns brought them back with a bang. The sound of this film is dust, danger, and desperation. You can hear the outlaw swagger in every step. 15 nominees, some loud, some quiet, all of them essential. Here are your nominees for Best Sound. So which of these would you give the award to. So we've heard the noise, 15 stellar nominees, each using sound not just as a tool, but as storytelling itself. Now we're going to whittle it down to 5. The final 5 nominees, those final 5 nominees are Bird, Die Hard, Gorillas in the Mist, Talk Radio, and Who Framed Roger Rabbit. And now the big one. The Oscar for Best Sound goes to Bird. Not a loud movie, not a flashy one, but one that understands sound not just as a technical element, but as emotion, as trauma, as memory, as art. The layering of live performances with archival recordings, the way the music bleeds into dialogue, the way silence becomes a character. It's all masterful. Clint Eastwood and his team didn't just recreate jazz, they resurrected it. And in a year where action and animation were redefining blockbuster sound design, Bird quietly reminded us that the most powerful sound might be the one that comes from a single horn and everything behind it. So what do you think? Did Bird deserve to win, or are you still holding out for explosions and cartoons? Drop your picks in the comments, hit that like button if you're vibing with the series, and don't forget, we're reimagining every Oscar category from 1988. This is Justice, Oscar style. Thanks, everyone. See you in the next one.